Hi there, Bruce Penson here from ProDrive. Today we're going to chat about Bing Chat Enterprise. So this is Microsoft's new generative AI chatbot. So just in summary, what Bing Chat Enterprise really is a Microsoft version of ChatGPT. But there are some important differences. So the number one difference between ChatGPT and Bing Chat Enterprise is that Bing Chat Enterprise ring fences the queries you submit and the information it generates for you. And that's ring fenced to your Microsoft 365 account. It can't be accessed by Microsoft or anyone else. And most importantly, it's not used to train the AI engine. So hopefully this will address a number of the concerns that businesses have in using generative AI in their organization. So how do you access it? Well, what I've got on the screen here is the Microsoft Edge web browser. ProDrive always recommends using Edge over Chrome. It's very similar. It's based on the same engine, but Edge has some integration with Microsoft 365, which can make your life a little bit easier. So one of those integrations, you may have even noticed it. There's now a new icon in the top right corner of the web browser, which when you hover over, it says Copilot, and it pops up the Bing Chat Enterprise sidebar. So click on that. And on here, you've got the option to do a few things. So there's some shortcuts. And we've got, when we're using the chat, we've got the option to change the conversation style in the chat. So a few more options compared to using ChatGPT if you're familiar with that. So what I've done is I've done a few examples on the chat that I've, for the purposes of this video, I've pre-populated. So let's go down and have a look at them. So to start with, I've asked the obvious question here: what's the difference between Bing Chat Enterprise and ChatGPT? So we've got a nice sort of summary that Bing Chat Enterprise has generated for me there. There's quite a lot of text in it. So much like ChatGPT, you can then sort of refine the response you get by asking further questions. So I've asked to present this information as a comparison table. We had a little hiccup there for some reason, but then we've got our comparison table here. So as I mentioned earlier, Bing Chat Enterprise, very similar in terms of what it offers, but there's some definite advantages with data protection. One other thing that's worth noting with Bing Chat Enterprise is it can access the Bing search index as well. So it can put additional up-to-date information there rather than relying on the information that ChatGPT's indexed, which I think goes back to, it's over a year old anyway. So I've asked some more questions here. I've asked, I've said, look, I'm writing a blog on Bing Chat Enterprise for the financial services sector. Please provide some appropriate images. So it's come up with some suggested images there for my blog and done some links to public images. But actually, for this blog, I want to be sure that I'm not got any sort of issues with copyright. So what I've said is, can you generate some bespoke images? So Bing Chat Enterprise has access to the ChatGPT image generation engine, and there we go. It's produced a few bespoke images for this blog. So these are the unique ones, not available elsewhere on the internet. They're generated specifically at my request here. So what Bing Chat Enterprise also does is it does give you some prompts to add additional questions if you wanted to. So I can say, can I use these images for commercial purposes? So let's have a quick look as to what it says back. I mean, these ones are unique, so we are not infringing any sort of copyright issues there. And that's what Bing Chat Enterprise is now telling us. So the other thing just to note is you'll see there's a compose option up here. We're using chat at the moment. If we go to compose, so compose is a bit more specific on what we're trying to do. So what we want to say is, let's write about using Bing Chat Enterprise. We'll just carry on with the theme before in the financial services. sector. Right. So we want a professional response, and we're going to do this as a LinkedIn post. And we want it to be quite short. So let's get it to generate some information here. So it's now generating me a LinkedIn post. This is probably a bit too long for a basic LinkedIn post. It's probably more like an article. Saying we got our LinkedIn post. But we can change things to bullet points. So if we go in there, have a look. What comes out? So you might find this useful for generating. An obvious example is marketing content, but you could be using it for internal communication, summarizing things for colleagues, that kind of thing. So that gives you just a very headline overview of Bing Chat Enterprise. If you've got Microsoft 365 license, you should have it either today or it will be coming very soon. And also check out our blog on the ProDrive website for more information. Finally, if you also look at the blog, we'll have a link to our YouTube channel on there. If you subscribe to that, you can also get access to these videos and other useful how-to videos. Thank you.